During the time that we traveled to Ethiopia, the country was dealing with a very tense moment.
Well, there was a lot of things going on during the time. There was a small uprising in one of the neighboring cities. It was the pandemic, which the numbers were rising.
We were a little apprehensive at first. Reverend Bronson was giving us updates on what was going on. And then we just decided we just wanted to go.
This has always been a young adult ministry mission trip. You know, we were very intentional about being intergenerational because it takes all of us to save all of us. We served in two organizations, one which is called the Meseret Humanitarian Organization.
This is an organization where they take in women and children who have been victims of sex trafficking, abuse, and things like that.
Meseret, she is the person who is over this organization and this house of children and orphans and women. She's like the mama bear, that's the best way I can describe it, who is just there to love on them.
We each had jobs to do, and mine was to cook.
I was assigned to pastoral care. We were not going there to convert anyone to, be a Christian.
During this trip, I got the opportunity to do the women's hair at Meseret's humanitarian organizations.
Meseret asked myself and another engineer if we could design a building for an open space. She wanted this to be a community center. We were able to design that, and it was rewarding to find out that that building has now been built.
We had an opportunity to serve also Children's Heaven. Children's Heaven is an organization whose focus is children who have been affected with HIV/AIDS. And we spent a considerable amount of time with them at the Unity Park.
This was their first time experiencing the park, so it was very exciting for them. And then just allowing us to bond and connect with these young ladies.
The bonds that were created were just amazing.
There was a little boy named Job, who I found out his name later on, but he kind of followed me around everywhere I went.
My first impression was this kid's a little creepy. And as we started to learn some of his stories, the kids started to grow on both of us quite a bit.
And he told me a story that just kind of broke my heart about how they were out in the street before they went to Meseret's, and the police would beat them, and there were days that he didn't eat. And so we decided that we were going to help him out a little bit. We put him in a private school. Got him new shoes, his uniforms, haircut. We're getting him dental care.
Do you have friends there at school?
Yes, I have.
Oh, good.
He told me that he thinks that God sent me to him, and I believe that too.
Timket is every year, mid-January. It's when the entire country comes together to remember, reflect on the baptism of Jesus. Everyone was dressed in white, and it was a very celebratory moment. We had an opportunity to be baptized by the senior leadership of the church.
The baptism was when you got to the pool, the priest would splash you 3 times with water and throw the water in your face.
They threw water in my face. I'm not one that like water being thrown in my face, but I went on and had my baptism.
To experience that in Ethiopia was amazing.
First Black woman in the position of the president, for me it was eye-opening and just kind of gave hope for me as a young adult.
The fact that we actually had access was phenomenal. She talked about how many children who became orphans as a result of the Civil War that they had. Back to the mission in Meseret House and that organization to take in children as a result of situations like that, to cook for them and to spend time with the children and to read to them and just to give them moral support. I mean, they were so grateful just for our presence, and it blessed us as much as it probably blessed them.
Giving material support and giving spiritual support was a big deal for us.
It's important to see that people take the time out to care.
Because that's what Ebenezer is all about.
I would like to thank all the Ebenezer Baptist Church community. I will show you my face by what I do, James 2:18. Thank you so much.